So if you're craving an 80s mood board turned dark literary statement, you've arrived at the right place. We're going to step into 1980s Manhattan and the emergence of the so-called Literary Brat Pack. Led by Bret Easton Ellis, Jay McInerney and Tama Janowitz, this trio of young American writers provided a fresh, glossy glimpse of urban excess. But beneath the designer clothing and drug-fueled nights out, there was something more. A generational manifesto hidden beneath chic minimalism. Though the Brat Pack name riffs on the young Hollywood Brat Pack of the same period, the New York literary version had a sharper edge, as you would expect. These were young urbane writers whose crisp prose and insider scenes embodied the cocktail-drenched cool of downtown Manhattan. McInerney's Bright Lights Big City in 1984, a second-person plunge into cocaine nights and broken hearts, kicked the wave off in style. Ellis followed a year later with Less Than Zero, a stark portrait of Los Angeles youth in a state of ennui and overexposure, before he relocated to Manhattan and joined the literary scene he had helped define. Janowitz captured the same edgy glamour in Slaves of New York. She mapped the desperation and desire of the art scene. Also emerging from this scene about the same time was Jill Eisenstadt, whose debut novel From Rockaway chronicled working-class Queens kids navigating adulthood, and written with dry wit and dark humour. Side note, she, Ellis and Donald Tarr were all classmates at Bennington College, a crucible of literary ambition in the early 80s. Tarr obviously would go on to write The Secret History, The Book Talk, and Cult Favourite, and she was often included in this broader group of writers. However, her style leans more towards the Gothic and the meticulously crafted rather than the minimalist excess that the others were known for. So what did this group represent? Well, above all, they were heavy on nihilism. Their novels pulsate with postmodern detachment, minimalist surfaces and glamorous voids, brand names and bodies over depth. They synthesize consumer culture into fiction, monotone prose, repeated brand names and lifestyle shorthand like nightclub scenes and couture details that mattered almost more than human connection. McInerney's second-person voice compels you to participate. You're not the kind of guy who would be at a place like this at this time of the morning, but here you are. This makes the disillusionment more immersive, and Ellis took it further with satirical violence and ruthless brand name drop culture, culminating in American Psycho in 1991, where Patrick Bateman's coffee table knowledge outweighs his humanity. And Janowitz chronicled the scattered creative classes which burned out before they became cliches. Together they captured a specific moment, the end of the Cold War, the boom of Wall Street and the rise of MTV culture. If McInerney was the elegant chronicler, Ellis the enfant terrible, and Janowitz the art scene satirist, then Enstadt was the understated realist. Tarr, in contrast, held back for almost a decade before publishing her novel, offering a slower, more gothic version of elite disintegration. But the question is, are they still reading? I would say absolutely. For anyone drawn to aesthetic prose, brand name surfaces and generational drift, these books offer a vivid, if haunting, portrait with heavy influence by Joan Didion. So I would say pick them up and go with it.